Eagles football is here in a couple of days from Brazil. Eagles won't get that first dub of the season. Let's go.
Going on, everybody, man, and welcome to the very first episode of The Truth, where not all Eagle fans agree on everything, and this is definitely the spot where this shit about to go down.
Oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only the best, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going.
This is how we started this, because of you. We started this. I'm tired of listening to your, fantasy that you living in right now. Always talking about, damn it, you know, until proven otherwise. BS!
I'll be number one, working hella hard until I get just what I want, yeah. Rises like the sun, yeah. Fatal like a gun.
You know what I mean?
Hey, I was pretty close last year thinking like, we could have easily won those 3 games we lost.
I gotta get through it, and the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing.
Right? Do you not beat ourselves those 3 games?
Look, we lost.
Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving.
Yeah,
put it hard as hard, it's my only medicine, yeah. Everything I do, I'm just being genuine, yeah. I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline, yeah. I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah.
What's up, guys? It's Birdgang 31 in the building with episode 36 of The Truth with a special guest, Symone Stanley, in the building. How you doing today, Symone?
What's up? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm a little mad at my co-host here. He's out there living his best life in Brazil right now. And I guess the internet's down over there, so we're going to see what that is all about. But hey, man, Eagles football's coming up, in a couple of days here. Aren't you heading out to Brazil too as well?
Yeah, so I'm leaving tomorrow. So this will be my last stream before hit the plane. Gonna be in Brazil. Might run into JC and let him know he left us hanging.
Yeah, you need to let him know when you see him that BG was mad about that. You know what I'm saying? Don't be all fancy now that you're in Brazil doing your big thing.
Exactly.
Your big one, my God. But hey, we got a game to talk about here. Eagles, first game of the season. You heard the players talk. You heard the coaches talk. What are you looking forward to seeing this first game of the season?
I'm really looking forward to seeing the offense pop off because, obviously we struggled defensively and offensively, but especially in that last game last season, we really struggled offensively. We added Saquon, Jalen Hurts is back healthy, Nee is back healthy. We had Jahan Dotson. So I'm just ready to see this offense explode again. I'm ready to see us light it up. I'm ready to see multiple catches. I'm ready to see multiple touchdowns. I'm ready to see us running the ball. I'm ready to see Jalen Hurts taking off again, reminding the league why he is the face, who runs this G. So I'm excited to see the offense. Definitely going to be having my eye, of course, on the defense, but I really hope that offense can lead this charge on Friday.
Yeah, man. I'm excited too, like you said. I'm really excited about the defense, really. Because everybody know the offense going to do their thing. With Saquon Barkley coming over, I really feel like, that was a missing piece. Then you add a guy like Jahan Dotson to the passing game. It's going to be pretty much impossible to stop for most teams this year. I feel like with Kellen system, the motion game, all that kind of intricacies into this new offense. I think the offense wasn't really the problem last year, but the defense, Vic Fangio's one of them stern guys, he's saying y'all boy Quinyon Mitchell might play inside and out in the whole game. How do you feel about that?
In the first game?
In the first game.
We know he can. We didn't get him to hold him back. I wasn't expecting seeing that game 1, but let's see it. We know he has the skill set. We've seen him lock down the slot. So great in the slot, but still making plays on the outside. It's going to be interesting to see this cornerback rotation throughout the season because it's a lot of guys that need to be on the field. And it's only 3 spots, only 2 on the outside. So it's going to be a very competitive watch the whole season.
Do you think that it's during the base formation, he's going to be in the slot, Because I thought I heard reports saying that, Rogers was starting on the outside opposite Slay earlier this week. And then I heard today, like, people saying that, it's going to be Quinyon on the outside. Like, I'm confused what's going to be going on here. They said, he's going to be outside moving into the slot when they need to move into the slot type of thing.
Yeah, I saw the same thing. I saw everybody talking about Rogers. I saw Rogers being reported. That's gonna be interesting. Maybe it might be something we see game one. I mean, not game one. Maybe it's something that's where like it's a game time decision. Like we see when them guys tried out, when the defense tried out. That's when we'll see. But yeah, as far as I've just seen Isaiah Rogers starting on the outside and Quinyon in the slot. But if you're saying you're seeing Quinyon, then
I was just saying, I've heard him talking about Quinyon starting outside and moving inside when they need to move inside type of thing. That's just social media. Who knows? They don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything from the coaches saying anything like that.
Yeah. So let's talk about it a little bit. You hear a lot of noise about this game. You got the Eagles coming off of a 7-game losing streak, basically 6 out of 7 games losing streak. And then at the end of the season, the Packers were on fire. You know what I'm saying? Love had over 4,100 yards passing last season. Jalen Hurts was MVP all the way up until week 10 or whatnot. Then after that, it seemed like Jordan Love kind of took over that little shine too of being like, the next up and coming quarterback. Who do you think has more pressure going into this game to win, Love or Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has all the weapons. Jalen Hurts has every single goddamn weapon you can want in the NFL on that offense. Jalen Hurts has been starting longer. Jalen Hurts has shown how high he could go. We've seen it in 2022. So Jalen has the most pressure in this game. The Eagles have the most pressure to win. We lost all those games last season. Like we stumbled out of the 2023 NFL season. And all these pieces we have on offense, there's no reason why we can't make something shake. So, yes, Jordan Love has some pressure. He just got paid. So he has some pressure. But if we're talking about who has the most between the two, it's definitely Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I feel like Jalen Hurts shouldn't really have the pressure this year. I think the offseason, what they did for him, give him stability at the coordinator spot, bringing in Saquon Barkley, bringing in another receiver. If he is who he says he is, if he is who we know he is, then there should be no pressure for Jalen. I think he just needs to go out there, execute the plays. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody's going to crucify him if he looks bad again, but hey, that's to be expected because we're going to crucify this whole damn team if they come out looking like they did at the end of last season. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to get crucified. But I feel like with the offseason they had, Jalen's being healthy. I think that's the number one thing people don't realize. The boy played hurt the whole season. I don't care what anybody said. It was the whole season. From week 1, I didn't think Jalen looked that great, health-wise compared to like the end of the season. I know he didn't look that great. So, Jordan Love is the next superstar they're trying to throw out there and make him, this next, superstar MVP type caliber quarterback. And I think Jalen Hurts just needs to go out there and play his game, and he'll be fine. If we can go out there and, shut down Jordan Love, get after him, make him make some mistakes early, get some turnovers or whatnot, and Jalen comes out there and wins his football game, I think people will start looking at that like that's what he was supposed to do, as opposed to if Jordan Love's worth to just light us up, and Jalen Hurts doesn't play that well, they're just going to say it's just like last year, just continuation of last year. So who you look for to be the most impactful in this offense this first game? Do you think they're going to go run heavy, come out the gates run heavy, or you think that they're going to just get straight to it and hit the air game up?
I feel like Saquon has to be the most impactful. I feel like the run game has to get going. We can't try to be cute and try to force nothing. Shouldn't try to force nothing in the passing game. We shouldn't be trying to force no A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith show off the bat. If it turns into that, it's a party. Let's do it. Yada, yada, yada. But the run sets up the pass. We cannot shy away from the run. We pay Saquon Barkley all that goddamn money. We brought him here. We brought in another star. We have to win this game. We have to pose our force on the ground. So I feel like Saquon Barkley has to be one of the most impactful players on the offense. Now, like I said, if it becomes we just eating up their secondary, AJ, Devontae, they eating the boys up on the outside. If it's just the AJ and Devontae show, if it turns into that, great, wonderful. But we have to start the game out. We have to remember that everything goes through the run game, and that's why we brought Saquon Barkley. We cannot shy away from that. Trying to be too cute.
Do you feel that, throughout the season, I know we're not going to get too far into the season, we're just talking about this game, but you think it's going to be a more balanced attack throughout the whole season, now that we got Saquon? Because having a guy like Saquon, you're going to have to give him his touches, and I feel like if we don't give him a touch, it'd be a disservice to him and a disservice to this football team. We got to stay balanced as much as possible. So I really feel like, he should be the focal point of this offense moving forward. We don't pay the receivers. So you don't have to worry about these guys getting mad. Both of them are going to be happy regardless on, they're going to get their touches regardless on what goes down. But I think we should lead with the run, and then execute with the play action in the pass game.
I agree. That has to be the formula throughout the season. Like you said, this is why we brought Saquon Barkley in here. We didn't bring him in here not to utilize him to his fullest. So yeah, throughout the season, this needs to be a balance. We can't try to get away from it. We can't try to get cute. Like, we got to stick to what works. And we saw in the preseason game how good, the run game was in those first 2 games. And that was with practice squad running backs and practice squad and third string offensive linemen, and the run game was looking good in the first 2 preseason games. So I feel like the run game is going to look good, obviously, with the stars out there. Didn't get to see that much of it, obviously, in the preseason game. But, yeah, Saquon, hand it off, let the show begin.
Are you worried about that at all? We didn't see too much of the starters in the preseason, because I know Nick said he was going to do it, and then the preseason game, he didn't do it at all.
Yeah. It could be. I mean, we saw week 1 last year how we came out kind of rusty. We was rusty all season long, so that probably had nothing to do with the preseason, because we was rusty the whole season. But yeah, week 1 against the Patriots, we looked totally discombobulated. But again, we was bad all season long, so it's really not. We can't really say was it week 1 or a credit to the preseason, because we look bad all the way up until the Bucs game to end the season. But yeah, if the players played and then somebody got hurt, then we would have been like, oh, we shouldn't have played them in the preseason, yada 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 yada. And then we don't play them, then we're like, oh, we should have played them. So I feel like either way, you can find the pros and cons of both. But I definitely think they've been getting that work in joint practice. They've been getting a lot of work. They practice up until it's time to get on that flight to Brazil. So I think they'll be ready to go. Not JC already messing with them Brazilians. I'm weak. Y'all know he out there with his wife.
Right? Not trying to get Jay-Z in trouble. He ain't going to be looking at no Brazilians, goddamn. He's married, man. He's a married man. He's going to be doing his thing with his old lady.
But they definitely probably lit right now.
Definitely lit. I think we're going to keep that for another story. Definitely lit for sure. What about this offense, man?
I'm leaving tomorrow morning.
What about this Packer offense? They have a bunch of young receivers over there too. I think Jordan Love have over 4,100 yards, but none of those guys had. It's kind of like that Carson Wentz season where none of these guys had 1,000 yards. There's just so many of them with 700, 500, 600 yards receiving. How do you think our secondary is going to fare against these guys?
That's going to be the question, because we know our secondary was buns last year. We do have, on paper and from what we've seen so far, we have a very talented secondary with Maddox, CJ coming back, Isaiah Rodgers, Quinyon Mitchell, Keely Ringo being a depth piece. So we have the players, we have the names, we have the stars. We just have to see how Vic brings it all together, especially week 1. That's going to be the question. Also, so yeah, our, passing defense, that's going to be a big question coming into the game, because last season that was our biggest sore spot. But also up front, the boys got to get that pressure up front. We can't give Jordan Love 1 million minutes, 1 million seconds to find his receivers and to set something up. Like, we have to hit home up front. That was one of the reasons why the secondary was so bad last year, was because everybody had 15 minutes in the pocket. So that Vic got to have those answers, but also we got to hit home up front.
Yeah. What about? Wait, one thing I did hear Banjo talk about today that I was like, a little worried about, but not really, is what he said about Cooper Dejean, where he's coming back around, but he's nowhere near where he needs to be to play. Do you think we're going to see any Cooper Dejean this game? Maybe some dime formation, get him in there, or any at all, or do you think he's going to be pretty much a special team guy for the first couple of weeks?
That's a good question. I doubt we see him on defense just because of him missing so much time, only getting really that one preseason game. So I doubt we see him on defense week 1, unless it's a situation where the offense, we blowing them boys out. If we blowing them boys out, then I can see him getting some reps. If it's a close game scenario, then I don't see him getting outside of special teams.
Yeah, that's another one. I mean, like you said, we got all these players at the cornerback position and even in the secondary as a whole, but none of them are really proven. Like we got Slade proven, yes, but after Slade, I guess you could say CJ GJ, but he didn't play a whole season. He hasn't played a whole season like 2 years, so can we really rely on him to play that way for the whole season? So it's like, are you a little at all worried about these guys? Like, yeah, first round pick, playing good. Our boy Quignon, but other than that, Rogers off a year, he's coming back looking good in preseason or whatnot. Can you even trust these guys to the point where you feel comfortable about these guys going against, like I said, these young guys are only going to get better. The receivers from the Packers last year are only going to get better this year, and they were really good last year. So you feel comfortable enough with these guys? Think they had enough time to gel together to actually stop these boys?
We got all the time everybody else got. I mean, everybody brought in free agents. Everybody brought in draft picks this offseason. Everybody has the same amount of time that we did. So I feel confident. I mean, the chemistry seems there from what we've seen at practice, from what we've seen with the joint practices. It is going to be, I wouldn't say too, it's going to be a good test week 1. And when I say good test, I'm not saying that in like good for us. It's going to be a real test. That's the word. It's going to be a real test because Jordan Love is coming in hot. Like you said, they do have a good young group of receivers. And that was our biggest weakness last year was the secondary. And they have to be on week 1. Like, there's no time for mistakes. There's no time for slip-ups. We do have a lot of new pieces that do have to come in and gel, but it ain't no more time. It ain't no time. Ain't no time, like Future said. It ain't no time. It ain't no time. It ain't no time. So, like, time is one thing we don't have. All them boys is boarding the plane right now as we speak. So they better be ready. Yeah.
How big of an impact do you think a guy like, we're talking about Saquon Barkley, but Josh Jacobs, that's another guy I wanted the Eagles to pick up before we got Saquon, was Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs went over to Green Bay. I know they had Aaron Jones, but I think Josh might be a better runner than Jones, but, Jones may be a better receiving back than Josh. But Josh Jacobs, 2 years ago, led the league in rushing. And then last year, he didn't have that great of a season, but he's still, one of the top backs in the league. How big of an impact do you think he'll make week 1? Because our boys Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter got to prove it. It is week 1, so I feel like Jordan Davis has been dominating over the first, 10 games of the season in the last couple of years. But after that, it's kind of that's when he kind of fall off. So do you think these guys will be prepared to stop, a running back like, Josh Jacobs?
That's a tall task. I mean, we know what Josh Jacobs can do. He had an iffy-ish year last year, but we know he a dog, and he's coming to a good Packers team, good Packers offense, and we know that they're going to establish the run. Like, It's a great coaching staff over there. They know the fundamentals. They're going to establish the run. They're going to try to get Josh Jacobs going. We got a good little group of linebackers that can stop the run. I feel like that's okay against the run. Devin White solid against the run. Zach Bond solid against the run. it ain't nothing to it, but we got to do it because we just can't let them tear us up on the ground. That's one thing we can't do. We can't let them eat up the clock from running the ball. We can't do that. Defense has to be on.
Defense definitely got to be on for sure. What do you think about that? You heard Vic Fangio also say that, he's not sure, right? He's not sure about the linebackers as starters. Like, he don't really have starters locked in. Like, who do you think gets the most PT this first game of the season? Do you think it's going to be Bond and White? Do you think it'll be Dean and White? Do you think Trotter's going to get in there at all? Who do you think will be the two linebackers that really stand out this first game of the season?
I would say Devin White, because Devin White has been saying he's trying to prove it. Devin White trying to get a bag. He's trying to get back in Pro Bowl form. So Devin White, and I'm going to say Nakobe Dean.
Oh.
Nakobe Dean looked good in the preseason. He was consistently looking well in the preseason. I felt like he was pushing up on Zach Bond some. So I'll say Nakobe Dean, especially since Nakobe Dean in his press conferences, he's always had the vibe and giving off the demeanor like, yeah, I've heard y'all talking G. I know y'all been talking G. Like, he's seen people trying to call him a bust, overrated. He's seen all that stuff, and he definitely giving off the vibe like, I'm going to just show y'all on the field. I ain't going to tell y'all nothing. I'm going to show y'all on the field. And so far, like I said, through the preseason games, he's looked better than he has been, and he looked better than expected. So I'm excited to see Nakobe Dean. That's definitely a bright spot from this offseason. Definitely seemed like he took a big step. And Devin White has been talking a lot that he's going to have to back up on the field. And we've seen Devin White in a Pro Bowl form. Like, we've seen him. We know he's done it. It's just about tapping back into that mode.
Yeah, he definitely was a all-pro, best defensive back. A couple years back, he was the best linebacker in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the best linebackers for sure. And I think he does return to that form with these guys. As long as these big hogs up front, can, show up and show out. Like, who are you going to double team? Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter's supposed to be that bull this year that comes out, gets the new Aaron Donald. Now that Aaron Donald's, retired, Jordan Davis always commands double team just from his size alone. If these guys can put the pressure on a quarterback up the middle like they're supposed to, and I know, we got guys like Milton Williams, Booker, behind them that are supposed to be putting some pressure on the quarterback too as well. So, if these guys up front do their job, I feel like, the sky's the limit for this defensive line. Like, I feel like this defensive line can be just as good as a couple of years ago when we had, Hargrave, Cox, and those boys over there. Because we still got BG and Jordan Davis. Like I said, double team. I feel like he's going to take a big leap this year, with his size and speed that he's actually in shape this year coming into the season. So I'm looking for these guys to ball out. I think Axman Jr. will start sometime this year. I feel like he's on his trajectory right now, just going up and up and up and up. He's gonna start out on special teams. They're gonna get him in to play, play a couple of snaps, and I think he's gonna make some plays to the point where he might be this guy starting next to White towards the middle of the season. But we'll see what Dean can do, because everybody wanted Dean since we drafted him to be that guy. Mm-hmm. He's been hurt a lot. Can he stay healthy this whole year? That's the big question mark. So what about their defense over there in the Packerland? They picked up McKinney this year. They got Clark over there on that defensive line. They got some nice guys over there on the defensive side of the ball too as well. So do you think that they will have any trouble at all stopping this offense?
I don't think they should. Like you said, I mean, they picked up McKinney. I think they drafted a safety or maybe drafted a DB. Jair Alexander coming back off injury. Mm-hmm. But I feel like if we just get the run going, get the RPO going, I feel like we can still eat against this defense. Like, with the correct play calling, which is something obviously we didn't have last season. This is going to be big on Kellen Moore as well, because you have every single piece that you can have at your disposal. I don't think, and not to be cocky, I'm going to take AJ Brown over them boys. I'm going to take Devontae Smith over them boys. I think our offense should be fine. I'm most concerned, like, with the defense, and not concerned like, they can't do it. Just that's where my eye is. Like, I feel confident in the offense, but I feel like the defense has to prove it. But even if like I feel like just the offense can just honestly just out talent them. Like if the talent just plays up to the talent, then we should be fine. I mean, we have so many weapons on offense. Like,
Yeah.
We have and I mean, I know we had hella weapons last season, but obviously we had the bum play calling that held so much back. Jalen Hurts back healthy, Dallas Goedert, AJ, Devontae, Saquon Barkley, Jahan Dotson. Like, we just have so many pieces that I'm like, I shouldn't be going in this game worried about the offense.
How do you feel about Jahan Dotson? How big of an impact do you think he can make for this offense?
I think it'll make a huge impact because somebody got to be open. Like, somebody got to be open. We ran the table. We ran through the NFC with Quez Watkins in that same position. So all he has to do is be better than Quez Watkins. Like, this is a guy who's going to be what, a fifth option?
I don't know. Because you got to think about this, though. People say that fifth option thing. And I think normal on our team, third receiver, you might throw a Goddard over him. You might throw a Saquon over him. But this guy's a former first-round draft pick. You know what I'm saying? He's only been in the league for 2 years. He's not a bust at all. He's had, I think they told him over 1,100 yards, over 11 touchdowns, something like that. So it's not like he's been productive on a crappy Washington football team. He has an opportunity to be a real star. You know what I'm saying? You think about Kellen Moore's offense when he had Gallup in the slot. You know what I'm saying? Gallup had like 1,000 yards that 1 year, but in the slot when they had Cooper and Lamb on the outside. Like, that's something that means he likes to use that third receiver. And I think, you've seen guys like Wilson playing good in that third receiver spot. You've seen guys like Covey playing good in that third receiver spot. Campbell has some nice runs in that third receiver spot. But now you still was like, no, that's not good enough. We're going to go out and get a guy that's a first-round draft pick. I don't think the Eagles ever had 3 number 1 draft picks, as their top 3 receivers ever in football since I've been an Eagles fan.
I feel you. And I'm not saying like fifth option as in he's not good enough to be a higher option. I'm saying like just what we're going to be asking from him, he can exceed what we're asking. But I'm saying we're not asking him to come in here and be the third option. We're not asking him to come in here and be the second option. I'm saying like we have an extremely good guy that will probably be starting out a fifth option. Now it blow up, shoot, even better. But I'm saying for the haters out there, like, oh, he did it. Like, do y'all realize all we have? We're not asking him to come in here and be the star. Like, we're coming in here asking him to be consistent, to be reliable, and make those 2 catches a game that we're probably going to average needing him to catch.
Yeah. Well, I think the way Kellen Moore is saying his role might be increased, he might end up getting at least 4 to 5, 6. I think this guy can still, because you got to think of AJ going to get double team regardless. I think he done proved himself. You've seen what he does with one-on-one coverage. I think he's one of the best receivers in the game the last couple of years in one-on-one coverage. Devontae's came to the level where I feel like you should double team Devontae. If he starts getting hot, you should probably try to roll coverage. I don't know how you're going to roll cover to both sides, which is going to be hard enough as it is. But he should be that guy, like AJ said. He's going to have a lot of opportunities to make a lot of big plays. I think what we wanted Quest to do was catch the goddamn ball. He just didn't catch the ball. If Quest caught all the balls that he was supposed to catch, Quest would have been a goddamn star. Oh! Look at him rubbing his eyes.
Yo, what's up?
Well.
Look who decided to show.
Look, man. Hey, look, my eyes watering. Hey, it's been a long day.
I bet it has.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, my guy?
We thought that
what's going on?
Might have got you or something.
Yeah, we thought you guys.
My what? What? Wait, what happened?
We thought the cartel or somebody got you.
Nah, never that. Well, at least not in Rio. Maybe Sao Paulo, but not in Rio.
Not in Rio. How is it out there, brother?
Nah, Rio is good, man. I mean, it's very friendly. The weather is good. Everybody's. It's all good, man. But I don't know about Sao Paulo though, man. I think the players are making a big deal out of it though. Especially big players, like he knows. He's like, man, I don't want to go, and they're telling us to do that. And then you got Jalen Hurts. Hey, this is an opportunity, man. You know what I mean? Hey, this is a good opportunity. I'm blessed. And over here, AJ Brown. Sure, I just want to stay in my room. I'm like, come on, man. They're making everybody scared. Hey, look, what about us? Hey, we ain't got no security, right? I mean, us fans is the one that need to be worried. Y'all over here, direct flight to Sao Paulo. Ain't no layover, ain't no nothing. Security at the hotel. Yeah, because we went to Panama first. We stopped by Panama and then we flew into Rio. But I mean, look, the players will be fine, man. Like from the time they get on the plane to the time they get back on the plane to go home, man, they are secured, man. Like the White House. Ain't nobody gonna mess with them, nothing at all. And they're gonna go to a hotel, straight to the game, straight to the airport. I mean, according to the rumors, right? They're flying tomorrow morning at 10, landing at 10 p.m., you know, in the hotel a couple days, and fly directly home after the game. Shoot, I still gotta stay there for at least another night. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
So how's the vibes? Have you seen any of the Philly sports trip people?
No, because they are staying on like we staying on what is it? Copacabana, and they're staying on Ipanema, wherever they are. So we about like, I mean, walking distance wise, 30 minutes walking, driving, maybe about 15, 20 minutes. But nah, we saw a couple Eagles fans here today, and they posted pictures of them and their jerseys, you know, with the Philly sports trip people. But I mean, so far, hey, I see a couple of Green Bay Packers fans in the airport here, but I mean, it's all good, man. It's all love for now until the game, until the day of the game. That's when I think shit about to go down.
Yeah.
So, are you going to the pep rally on Thursday?
No, we fly out of here on Friday morning.
Oh, y'all go on Friday.
Yeah, like look, we're trying to be in Sao Paulo the least amount of days as possible, right? We were supposed to leave right after the game, but then we forgot that the game don't start till 9:15, and our flight was supposed to be at like 3 o'clock in the morning after the game, like that Saturday morning. But it's like, hey, ain't no way we're gonna make the flight.
Right.
Hey, we're gonna have to leave the game early. I mean, just to make it to the airport. So we changed our flight. So we're gonna fly out Sunday morning.
Saturday morning?
About 3 a.m. Sunday morning.
What did you say? The pep rally's on Thursday?
Yeah, the pep rally's on Thursday night, which is obviously my birthday. So
happy birthday.
21? Huh?
21 again?
Absolutely.
Yes.
But yeah, so I'm excited. But
how's the food, JC? Someone said to ask you how the food is.
Yo, hey, look, I posted a picture on my timeline on Twitter, but the food is all right though. You know what I mean? Like, I'm more disappointed in the drinks because everybody talking about this one signature drink in Brazil. What's the drink name again? Like, I don't even remember the drink. It's almost like a lemon drop, like for real, like a lemon drop with a little bit of liquor. Really, I mean that's the signature drink. So, who? Yeah, Capriana is a signature drink here in Brazil. No, it's like sugary, lemony, sugary. Like imagine a lemon drop with sugar and ice. Really, and I mean, like the liquor is sweet itself. Like it's like a home liquor type thing, and it's kind of sweet, kind of syrup. So imagine a lemon drop with sweet, clear liquor with sugar. Like that's what it is to me. But yeah, I take dark liquor. You know what I mean? Hennessy and Crown Royal.
You got that down there?
They don't have no signature drinks like that. I mean, that we went to a store, the liquor store, and got some some Jack Daniels, you know, some Ciroc and stuff like that, Grey Goose. But as far as if you're going to sit down in a restaurant and order that stuff, nah, they don't have that stuff.
What's the strongest drink you had since you've been out there?
My Johnny Walker Black. hey, my Johnny Walker Black.
You still got it.
So where
That's that bad internet service.
Where y'all sitting at?
Shoot, I mean, well, man, we all over the place because, you know, we kind of brought our tickets like one day apart. And I mean, I'm at 900, she's in 400. So, I mean, we're just gonna, but you know, before the game, the NFL is supposed to be having some kind of like tailgate before the game. So that day, right? Did you send me that?
Yeah, they having I don't know if you would call it a tailgate. I don't think they tailgate over there because I saw some people talking on Reddit.
What?
Yeah. There's like some groups that are having paid tailgates. Like somebody is charging $200 for a tailgate. Now, why would I pay $200 to drink some Budweiser with y'all?
Yeah,
Isn't Gail and 4th of John them out there?
Their tailgate is, but that's with Philly Sports Trip.
Yeah.
It's not 4th and John. They're with Philly Sports Trips. And
so you got to pay for that?
Yeah, it's like $200 some.
What?
Yeah, that's the one where the package, with the hotel, with the tailgate, with all this, you know, the flights and stuff like that.
That was actually a good deal. They had a cruise on Saturday. What was it, Saturday? Or they had I remember they had like a cruise. No, never mind. That's not the same one.
But the thing that the NFL's having, I would call that more like a fan fest. I wouldn't call it like a tailgate.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna go to that. I think that's near the. Are y'all Ubering to the place, or y'all taking a train?
No. We flying out for Friday morning. It's a 40-minute flight.
I know, but I'm saying like once y'all land, are y'all doing public transportation or y'all Ubering?
We might take the train.
Is that what y'all been doing in Rio?
Nah, we just been walking everywhere, and we just took an Uber from the airport to the hotel, and then we just came from this food tasting spot. You know what I mean? Where we came from, we Ubered there. But 9 times out of 10, like, yo, we walk everywhere. Like, yo, we staying directly across the ocean. Like the beach is right there, like right outside the balcony. So we just walk.
Is that far away? You gotta fly to the game?
Well, it's
He's
a 40
in Rio.
minute.
He's in another city.
Yeah, I'm in Rio.
Oh.
The game is in Sao Paulo.
I don't know.
So
it's
but
like
no,
he in DC in the game in Philly.
Yeah, I mean, so but see, that's where everybody's at though. Like everybody that's coming here to Brazil for a week, they're all in Rio. And then, you know what I mean, maybe 2 days before the game, they're gonna fly into Sao Paulo. So
well, what's your take?
Hey, we going hang gliding on Thursday. Dude, I can't wait for that.
That's how fun.
Nice.
So yeah, man. I mean, you know, why not come here and have fun? You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, we're here for the game, but at the same time, hey, this experience of a lifetime. I mean, we never been to Brazil. I mean, we've been to a lot of places, but not Brazil. You know, so why not have fun?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I feel you.
Well, we talked some about the game, JC. Give us your take. How you feeling about this game coming up?
Look, man, hey, it's gonna be a shootout. Okay, I already told you, BG, from the jump. Defense is gonna be ass. All right, do not expect defense. This almost gonna be like the Super Bowl. Whoever could get a stop, only because it's the first game of the season. The Packers are established both offense and defense. Their coordinators are coming back, and you see how they put it. Look, they got hot at the right time last year, right? They find their groove, their vibe. You know what I mean? They find what works for them. With Jordan Love, you know what I mean, coming out the last 8, 9, 10 games, right? So now the Packers have something that we don't have yet: chemistry. And it took them half the season, and that's why I'm trying to tell y'all, it's gonna take us at least half a season, at least for the defense, to come together, just like the Ravens did last season, right? The first 8, 9 weeks, there wasn't a top 5 defense, but then the last half of the season, they became the number one defense in takeaways and sacks because they got their groove. And the Packers already clicking on all cylinders. But we have an advantage. We have an advantage because they don't know the Kellen Moore system. They might say, okay, hey, let's go watch some Dallas tape, some Charger tape. But that's not true because none of those two teams had the players that we had on this team, especially in the quarterback position. Yes, Jalen Hurts is not the most, efficient thrower of the football. I get it. But he's an overall weapon with Saquon Barkley in the backfield, with, AJ, with Smitty, with Dotson, and, what I mean? So we have a lot of weapons. So you could think that this might be the same offense, but it will not be. So you could go study Dallas Chargers if you want, but this is going to be an offense not a lot of teams have seen and prepared for. So that's why I say a shootout, because our offense is going to keep scoring, but our defense is still got some things to work on, as far as, schemes and coverages. Yes, Symone. Yes, it's going to be that type of game. So you're going it's going to be that type of game from the Chiefs, Super Bowl game, back and forth, outscoring, but we'll see what happens though. But I still have a good feeling that the Eagles can make enough plays to come out with the win, but still it's going to be a high scoring game. So I look easily over 60, like combined points.
Yeah.
What are we going to do if we win all the way over there and they lose?
It's only one game. So what? So we could have been home and lose. So what? I mean, look, it don't change nothing for the players, the team, NFL don't care. Shoot, and they already made their money off of us dummies. Hey, that came over here. It's only one game. It's one game. So what? Hey, we lose, oh well. I mean, so look, there's 16 more other games. I mean, is it the fact that we went to Brazil and lose?
I feel like I'm not saying we are going to win the game, but I feel like we have to win this game because of the way we ended last season. If we end last season the way we ended last season and we start this season losing.
Facts. I agree. I think this is a must win. That's scary.
Nah.
Who has more pressure? Who has more pressure to win this game? The Eagles, coming off that end of the season slide, or the Packers, since they ended the season so well, they expect to keep going?
Okay, I mean, it could be both, but I think naturally, everybody's saying the Philadelphia Eagles have to come out and win because the way we ended last season on the 6 out of 7 games, blah blah blah. New offense coordinator, new defense coordinator, Nick Sirianni on the hot seat. Jalen Hurts. Hey, has he regressed a little bit? I mean, so it's going to be a whole bunch of storyline. So yes, the Philadelphia Eagles have more pressure to win this game. But if you look at it, Jordan Love is an MVP right now. He's the best quarterback in the NFC, according to a lot of people. Throughout this offseason, Jordan Love, he's better than everybody in the NFC all of a sudden because he beat the bricks out of Dallas and the way they finished last season. So yes, but also the Green Bay Packers are a young team, so they have everything to gain, nothing to lose. But the Philadelphia Eagles, because the way we ended, with all the storylines surrounding them, yes, the pressure is on us big time.
I asked Symone this earlier. How big of an impact do you think Doxson's going to have his first game of the season?
The first game?
Yeah.
0. 0. I think Barkley is going to have the biggest impact the first game of the season. You fly all the way over to Brazil. Your team, your defense is unknown. So the best way to keep the Packers offense off the field is to control the ball. So if you are Kellen Moore, you have basically 2 guys that are able to run the ball every play. Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. So use the run game to open everything else and to control the clock. So, I mean, I think that Barkley is going to play the biggest impact on this game is going to be Barkley. Jahan Dotson may see one throw his way. Hey, just like Julio Jones. Right? Julio Jones. Hey,
wow.
That one good game.
Wow. Yeah, one play.
What? Yeah, one play. You know what? They one throw his way. And not one play. Look, he might be on the field for about 10, 15 snaps and plays, but the ball ain't going to come his way to probably one time. So, we'll see. But I really think that Barkley is going to be the guy. The ground game is definitely going to be big, to keep the Packers offense off the field. You're going to have to run the ball, control the clock.
What do you guys say about
it?
You think Symone scared right now? She's looking a little nervous. She's looking a little nervous.
Symone look nervous at every game. Every game. It don't matter who we playing. It don't even matter. Like,
if you say it's gonna be close and yada yada yada, and be saying scary stuff every game. But
this is the NFL, though.
I do agree. I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying. The only reason why I'm shook is just because we're not going to know anything until we see it for ourselves. The way we ended last season was traumatic. That football season was traumatic. And each and every week we heard from the players, we talk, we're different. Just watch and see on Sunday. We went over film. We're ready. Boom, boom. And each and every Sunday, it was the same old bullshit. Now, again, different coaches. A lot's changed. Added Saquon, Jalen's healthy. Added Dejean, some pieces on defense. But at the end of the day, I have to see that and thank you, D. Aldridge. I don't want to see no goddamn close game. I ain't pay all that money. I'm not sitting on that 8-hour flight to see no close game.
Right?
I need to see them win by at least 12 points. Thank you. I don't want to see a close game. They can say the close games for the rest of the season. Week 1, we have to set the tone. We got to remind folks what we look like at our best. We have too much weapons, too many weapons on offense to be going back and forth with Jordan Love and Christian Watson.
And that's what I think, too. I think the fact that our offense is going to be so explosive the first game, that's going to make it easy for the defense to pin their ears back and get after Jordan Love. Because we're going to score. I feel like we might only have like 4 or 5 possessions where we don't score on. How you going to stop this offense? They don't got enough talent on defense to stop this offense. I don't feel like, to be honest, I don't feel like no defense in the NFL can stop this offense consistently. To be honest, like you don't have 3 number 1 draft picks. Dallas Goedert.
We're not talking about our offense, though.
And then you're
not talking about our offense. We're talking about this defense. I know, but I'm saying if the offense
get up and score first, right? You're playing catch up from that point on.
Once again, you still got to stop them. Look at Dallas. What happened to them, right? Look, the Packers control the ball the first 10 minutes of that playoff game. The only way I see this game happening, like, we could just jump on them, is to take the game plan that the Packers did against the Cowboys to, just versus them. Get out there, run the ball, control the clock for at least 8-9 minutes in the first quarter. And now we get a 3-and-out stop, right? And now guess who's back on there? Their defense is back out there, tired, huffing and puffing, and then we go do it again. And now the offense don't have no choice but to try to keep their defense off the field because guess what? They're getting gashed in the run game. We're up 14-0. So that's the way it has to be. But if it's like a 3-minute drive, touchdown Eagles, the Packers come out. So what? It's a 7-0. They fresh. Boom, the Packers go down and score. So unless we could get the Packers back on the field, back-to-back on defense with 3-and-out or 7-and-out, right? Then it's going to be a shootout. Because I don't trust this defense at all because I haven't seen this defense on the field yet.
Can you see my eye? Can you see my eye?
Roll them.
All right.
No.
That's why I tell the truth.
No. I'm rolling my eyes But I don't disagree with your take on our defense. I don't disagree.
So y'all not even confident about our defense in the first game.
No. It's not that I'm not confident. It's that I don't know what to expect. Last time I saw y'all was Swiss cheese. We bring in Vic Fangio. There's a lot of promise there, but I have to see it. It's a lot of new pieces that are coming together. The communication has to be there. The chemistry has to be there. And the play calling has to all be there week one. That's a lot that has to come together week one.
But think about the new pieces you're talking about. Think about the new pieces you're talking about. CJ, he's a new but old piece. And last time he was here, he made our defense electric. You know what I'm saying? Like he's coming back to a defense. It was basically a Banjo defense, but now you got Banjo and the real chef cooking it up for him, right? And then you talk about what other new pieces? The cornerback position. Everybody hated Bradbury, right? And now, whether it's Rodgers or Mitchell, they're both better than Bradbury from what I hear. You know what I'm saying?
But it's Rodgers, man. You know it's Rodgers starting.
Right? Everybody's confident of that, right? So if you're confident about the secondary being better, you know, the defensive line being better than last year, you know, Jordan Davis in better shape this year. Jalen Carter, you know, done with his rookie wall. He's in the second year now. You know, you got Brandon Graham, Sweat, Huff, you know, all these guys coming out there playing ball. How can you be that much, you know, how can you be that much more skeptical about the defense?
That all sounds great. That sounds amazing. It looks amazing on paper. But we have
you got to be the fan and say it's going to be dominant. I say we roll the Packers down 42-7.
All come together. Nobody is denying the talent that we have on the roster. Yeah. If it's one thing that we have, it's a plethora of talent. The question is it going to be ready week one? That's the question. Nobody's denying any of the boys of any other talent. The question is,
the Eagles are undefeated the last 3 years under Nick Sirianni. We won every single first game of the season.
Okay. What's your
point? Do you think that continues, or you think?
Well, but okay. Once again, we are going in circles here. It can happen. Like, it might continue, but we don't know. What we're questioning is the defense. I'm not
asking you if we know. I'm saying, what is
I don't know any team
you think it will, or you think it's not. It's either it will or it won't. No, we're not sure about it. I want to hear some answers. I want somebody to put it on the line and say what you think will happen.
Okay, all right, BG. Hey, why don't you put your house on the line? If they lose, you go homeless, you sell your house. If they win, you know what I mean? Hey, you get double what your house is worth.
I'll sell my house.
Take that chance.
If the Eagles lose, I will sell my house.
No. And not sell and get money. You lose your house. And they come evict you that same night. They kick your ass on the lawn. So are you willing to do that?
That's football.
No, you're not. You're not willing to gamble on a defense that we haven't seen playing together at all. At all. Like, we got like 6 brand new, this 11 starters on defense. Nah, fine. Yeah, we have 6 brand new starters on defense. So how you are so confident that, you know, on a defense that couldn't, you know, and get no stops last year, worst third down defense in the NFL, 31, ranked 31 defense on third downs. I mean, all of a sudden, hey, you expect them to, yep, we got some big names. Yep, we're going to be top 5 defense on week 1. No, we're not. Like, so stop trying to sell these fans a dream, BG. You're going to break their hearts.
Now, I do think that the offense is going to, the offense has to be electric. First of all, the offense already has so much chemistry together. The core of the offense, so much chemistry. I feel like this is going to be a game where our offense is going to carry and should carry with all that goddamn money that's being passed around.
Thanks.
Offense. And again, me and JC are not saying that the defense is not capable of winning the game. We're not saying that the defense will lose us the game. All we're saying is we don't know what to expect from them boys until we see that sheet.
And that's where I'm here to tell you that they're going to lay the smackdown on their candy asses this week. Okay? The defense going to fly around like my USC Trojans did to LSU, baby. The no-namers flying around smacking people in the goddamn face. If you see my tweet, I retweeted their defense and no players said that's what our Eagles need to do this week, baby. That's what our Eagles need to do this week. Lay the smackdown. No one knew those players' names at USC, and they came out and they laid the smackdown. That's what I want to see the Eagles do. Go lay the smackdown. I want to see White out there hitting people. I want to see Trotter go lay the axe down on somebody. You know what I'm saying? I want to see these Bulls go out there and play ball. You know, if they upgrades, right? We say we got a better linebacker core. We say we got a better secondary. We say our defensive line's ready to play all 17 games. This is game 1, baby. You better be out there showing up and showing out. That's all I'm saying. That's why I'm here. I'm here to let the fans understand what we're about to do. Y'all here to, speak y'all truth, I guess.
I'm excited. I'm ready. I'm ready to get there, turn up. It'll be a great birthday win, obviously.
Happy birthday to you.
When we get the win, it's gonna be a great birthday.
There you go, Symone. I like that. When we get the win. Be confident, sister. Be confident.
No, I'm confident. I'm confident. Like I said, I feel like the offense is gonna cook. Just hopefully it doesn't turn into a blowout, but I do feel like the offense is gonna cook. I'm excited to see the stadium, like what the stadium's gonna be like, that vibe. So
yeah,
I think it's
so we got some men on. I want to do this. Well, give me that's some bullshit. If what happens?
If the defense getting toasted again? What's some bullshit is if we not getting no real pressure on Jordan Love. We got to hit home on Jordan Love. It needs to be pressure on that boy. Period.
JC, what's your bullshit?
I mean, hey, if our DBs are getting cooked, especially our cornerbacks, because look, do not sleep on the Green Bay Packers young wide receiver core. You know what I mean? They got a whole bunch of like Watson. He barely played last year, right? Because of hamstring injury. But Dobbs came, out. Mm-hmm. Reed came, So they have some balls. But the only thing is, the running back is new. Josh Jacobs don't go down very easy. And he stays healthy pretty much throughout the whole year. So him between Aaron Jones, even though I still think that Aaron Jones is a better back than Josh Jacobs because he could do it all. And he's so physical, especially when he played against the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I mean? That boy be beating the ass. But at the same time, the Packers offense is not no slouch. So that might be one of the top 5 offense in the NFL if they pick up where they left off last year in the playoffs against the Dallas Cowboys. And they should have beat the 49ers. They had a lead on the 49ers, one of the best defense in the NFL, and they still should have beat them last year, toward the very end. So this Packers team is not no team that was thrown together this upcoming season. They had a whole season to play together. They starting to get their feet wet. So the wide receiver core, to me, if we could hold their wide receiver core down, oh man, we could make them one-dimensional to try to run the ball. That's a bad day for that Green Bay offense. But if our cornerbacks, Mitchell is starting in the nickel, by the way. Rodgers on the outside of Slay. So if we cannot stop their wide receivers, then it's going to be a long night. So yeah, our cornerbacks is going to be the biggest thing to me. Our cornerbacks jumping routes, like jamming them on the line of scrimmage. We have to win on the defense, especially at the cornerback position.
I'll say it would be some bullshit would be if the offense doesn't get over 400 yards on these guys. New defensive coordinator.
Kellen, 40 yards or points?
400 yards. Over
400 yards?
Yeah.
What do you think this is? Like Madden?
Yeah.
400 yards on offense?
Exactly. You heard Jahan Dawson say, oh, well.
I can't even listen to you right now, man. 400 yards on offense.
I'm saying 400 yards. I'm saying Saquon's going over a Bill. Maybe a Bill 5. I'm saying Jalen Hurts will torch these guys. There's a new defense coordinator. Y'all act like it's the same defense coordinator. They fired their defense coordinator last year just like we did. They got a new defense coordinator. Kellen Moore's supposed to be this offensive guru. He got every weapon in the book to use. We should go expose these guys on offense. We should go destroy these guys on offense. They should be like you said, nothing to worry about on the offensive side of football, man. We should definitely, tear them up, man. Destroy them, man. I see that. Let's go ahead and get up, but let's do some hot takes and some score predictions so we can get Symone out of here because she got a flight.
Y'all know I gotta pack my bags.
Yeah.
I'm going out of here.
So good. Give us your hot takes, Symone. Give us your hot takes.
My hot take is AJ Brown, 2 touchdowns. Saquon, touchdown.
That's not a hot take.
I'm not done running off the touchdown list. Saquon, touchdown. AJ touchdowns. 2 successful brotherly shoves. Jalen Hurts, touchdown. Quinyon Mitchell, pick. A forced fumble. And I'm going to give, what else crazy going to happen? Oh, one of them funky ass kickoff returns for a touchdown. And yeah.
Your score prediction.
35-21.
35-21 Birds. JC, hot takes and score prediction.
Yeah. I said that Saquon get over 145 yards rushing. Of course, 2 touchdown rushing. And of course, Saquon have another 65 receiving and another touchdown. So 3 total touchdowns for Saquon Barkley, because I feel like that he's going to be the X factor in the receiving and the run game. But Jalen Hurts, man, he's not going to have a touchdown, brotherly shove or nothing, because Saquon is here and he's here to take those shoves away, period. Wow. So it's all about Saquon, but the defense, Slay with the pick, Rodgers with the pick. Now, I don't know about no pick sixes, but Slay and Rodgers both will have a pick. And our defense will, at least the defensive line, will have about 3 sacks. So 2 picks, 3 sacks, and the Eagles will win this game, I believe, 42-35. But it's going to be that type of game.
42-35, 1 touchdown he's claiming. 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
Okay, let me be the one that really gives you some hot takes. Okay, guys? Let me show you.
Now you're going to get some bullshit. That's what
you give is, my guy. Let me tell you what a hot take is, my guy. Saquon Barkley. First game as an Eagle. We utilize the run. He gets over 200 yards rushing. First game of the season. 2 touchdowns, 220 yards rushing. Hot take. AJ Brown still gets 150 yard receiving, 2 touchdowns. Hot take. 42-21 Eagles. Hot take. That's what I'm saying. Defense will have 7 sacks. Hot take in Brazil, my guy.
Oh my
God. Huff sacks. Sweat sacks. Carter sacks. Jordan Davis even gonna get a goddamn sack. The boys gonna be out there. The dog's gonna be hungry, and they're gonna be biting all over that football field. My God, those are my hot takes of this game. JC left off that one. He's like, no, I can't stand that one. That's too much. But that's how you gotta do the hot takes. You know what I'm saying? That's why they hot takes. So yeah, I think the Eagles win.
Nah, that bullshit had me emptying the bottle of the
what you got? My hot takes go good, right? I'm gonna be facing Brazil.
Finish what was left of that bullshit take you gave.
You're gonna be drinking all season long.
This is what you made me do, Birdgang. And with your shitty ass hot takes, and you made me want to empty the whole bottle.
Really? Y'all don't have faith in the team like me? The Eagles gonna dominate all year long, guys. Period. So let's get out of here. Symone gotta go, get packed, get ready. I gave you the real hot takes. I gave you what's really about to go down in Brazil. These guys are pumped to be in Brazil. They're gonna lay the smackdown on the Packers County ass in Brazil. Let's go. Tom.
Why are you saying Brazil like that?
Yo, there's an R in there somewhere.
Brazil. You know what I'm saying? Brazil. Hey, are you guys going to any other games? Because I'm going to for sure. I just got my tickets for the Saints game. I was gonna go to home opener, but I've never been to New Orleans, so I bought my tickets to the New Orleans game already.
Yeah, we might do the Saints games. Yeah, we might do the Saints game.
For sure. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
I'm already going. I got my tickets, I got my hotel, I got everything ready to roll.
But see, it's going to be hard because look, the game is 2 weeks after we leave Brazil, so
that's why I said I think
now to go fly to New Orleans, get the funds ready, get the tickets ready, the hotel ready. I mean, it's not going to be easy, but we're going to try to do it though.
Yeah, Brazil.
That's why we got to win
Brazil. Okay.
That's why we got to win this game.
The game's not going to be close. You damn right, Mike. So everybody, give them your last little speeches. JC, tell them what you're going to be doing until the game. Symone, tell them whatever you got to do. You got anything coming up here. Hey, make sure you guys go get your Saquon, hit the Quan shirts. I wish there was some out there in Brazil right now. We are selling them, which is awesome. So make sure you get your hit the Quan shirts. Links in the description. Go ahead, guys. Let's get out of here.
We better win. We better win. Give me this birthday win. Don't waste my goddamn money.
Look, the Eagles is going to win, right? It's how comfortable the win is going to be, but they're going to win. Look, if your heart is not good, then don't watch this game. Don't come to Brazil. Do not come to me.
Are you talking to me? You are the one. You are the one who sat up on this podcast bringing gloom and doom. So I know you ain't talking to me.
I brought the truth. I brought the truth to the truth. Look at that. Look at that. I brought the truth to the truth.
BT. Who came in here with the fear mongering but JC? Y'all, this gonna be close. We barely gonna scrape away with a win. It's gonna come down to the last stop.
The defense gonna get torched. Oh my God.
Right.
Manny gonna be ready to win 17.
I know you ain't talking about me.
Look, this game is not going to be for the weak. So if you got, heart problems, take your heart medication and sit back and enjoy this instant classic week 1 and first time in NFL history in Brazil.
Brazil.
No, he was saying Brazil.
Brazil. Hey. Yo, hit that like, hit that subscribe. We on Symone channel, we on JC channel, we on Birdgang 31 channel. Go around, hit that like, hit that subscribe. We all growing. Great Eagles content, baby. We always bring that fire when we on the show together. Make sure you fly, Eagles, fly. Till next time, we'll see you, and we out. Peace.
Going on, everybody, man, and welcome to the very, 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 very first episode of the